Hello everyone, and welcome to this live English video lesson. Today we're going to have a look at pie charts. When to use one, how to create or read one, and what phrases can you use when you're describing them. Pie charts are very useful when describing data during presentations or pitches. Pie charts are best used when they are describing parts or percentages of a whole group. So when you're describing different groups or different sets of data, so comparing them, it is better to use a different type of chart or graph. For example, a bar graph. Examples of data you can show using a pie chart are elections, clients, number of clients, or the satisfaction of your customers. This is because these are all sets of data that become one whole. So the total amount of votes, the total amount of clients, and the total amount of customers that you interviewed. When creating a pie chart, you have to think of the whole group as the complete circle and the different sections as percentages or parts. These parts or values can be shown using whole numbers, numbers with commas and information after the comma, or percentages, for example. Some things to keep in mind when creating a pie chart are the order of the slices. So a very common order is from biggest to smallest, so the most to the least. So here we have the most amount of votes to the least amount of votes. But this is not always the best way. For some types of data, it is better to use a different order. So for example, for the ages, rather than going from biggest to smallest, we use the age, so from youngest to oldest. Or for the satisfaction, we would go from most to least, so most satisfied to least satisfied. Another thing to keep in mind is the amount of slices. If you use a lot of small slices, it can be very hard to see and interpret. So for example, here with the ages, rather than using all these little slices for the last part, for every 10 years, we decided to combine them into one category, so other, or in this case, over 50. Some vocabulary you can use when describing pie charts are slice or section. So this is a slice or a section. The value, which is the information displayed in the section. Then the label, which is the explanation about the value. So here we have the different parties you could vote for. And proportion, which is the amount or the number shown. So 20% or 45 votes. Some other phrases you can use when describing pie charts are a significant amount. So this means a large number. So for example, this is a significant amount. This is a significant amount. You could also have a number of something. So for example, a number of votes or a number of customers. We could also have a small proportion. So this would be, for example, here, small proportion of people are over 50. Or a small proportion of people voted for the white party. Then we have a minority. So this means it has to be less than half. So for example here, 40 to 50 years old is a minority. You could also say nearly something something percent. So here we have 35%. So you could, for example, say nearly 40%. Some other words you can use are almost, more than, or less than. So again, in this case, almost 40%. Or for more than, you could say more than 25%. Or more than a quarter of people. You could also say less than. So for example, less than 25 votes. So in conclusion, try to use pie charts when comparing one group. So one group with different sections rather than different groups compared to each other. And remember to think about the order of slices, and the size of your slices when creating your pie chart. Thank you very much for watching this video on pie charts, and I hope I was able to help you prepare for your next presentation. Goodbye!